This is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham. I've got Connor Crane with me. You're the program manager of Big Brothers Big Sisters?
Yes.
Lanark County?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I thought you were just specifically involved with the WAC Youth Program, but I'm just learning so much more from you this morning, too. You are the program manager of all Big Brother Big Sisters programs.
Yes. I oversee all of the programming in school and community-based.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give a quick rundown of what they are? Or I know there's the mentoring.
Yes, so we have our one-to-one mentoring in school and community-based. We have our Go Girls, Game On, and after-school programs. We have our Proud and Prism programs, and then we have our WAC Youth Center program as well.
Okay, now we're going to talk specifically about WAC, the youth program right now too, on Main Street, 25?
25 Main Street West, Unit D.
Okay, and that's a newer location for you. When did you move in there?
Oh, I think it's been about 3 years that we've been there. Yeah, we were over top of the youth arena for a while there.
It's so much more central down there.
It is, and much bigger space, lots of room for kids. So.
All right, now typically it's after school, and school's almost over. So what
Yes.
happens during the summer?
So during the school year, we typically run from 2 to 6, the most critical hours for youth in our community, to get them off the streets and occupied. But for the summer,
fed.
But for the summer, there isn't a lot for them to do during their day. So we switch to a 12 to 4 operating hour. So that is effective June 30th.
Okay, now let's talk about the building itself. There's lots going on when you go in there. It's air conditioned to start out with.
It is, and that's a real hit. Yeah, so you walk in and we have a whole TV set up with gaming systems, a full service kitchen, which is great. We serve a snack and a full meal every day. We have just created a computer lab, so kids can have access to computers and the internet to write resumes and do homework. And then we have a full activity room as well, full of games and crafts and anything that you could really imagine, which is great, and a small but functional outdoor space as well with basketball nets and picnic tables.
Now you've got a kitchen in there too, so
Yeah.
you're preparing these meals, but there's also, is it every couple of weeks you have a cooking program, once a week?
Twice a month.
Twice a month, okay.
Yeah, so twice a month. Once a month it's Rideau Community Health. Their nutritionist comes in and she runs a full cooking program, which the kids love, and then we also have the table in there once a month, and they cook and serve a meal for us as well.
All right, now I saw this on your website. WAC is a safe space, promotes kindness, respect, and inclusivity.
It does.
Yes.
It's a wonderful spot. So we have a zero tolerance for bullying. Everybody is accepted. We have 4 facilitators on staff, so you're still getting that mentoring opportunity. So staff just kind of float around the building and they chat with kids, they play games with kids, and they just make sure that everything is going nice and everybody is feeling safe and comfortable and included.
And typically, what is the head count every day?
Well,
so it's a lot.
It is. So we serve 25 to 30 kids a night, but we have seen up to 40 youth in one evening.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's busy.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And there's no charge. It's free.
No, it's completely free.
All free.
Yep.
Now, I was at the Youth Center a couple weeks ago, last week actually, and you got a Trillium grant for your Proud program. Can you talk about that?
Yes.
This is part of the Big Brothers Big Sisters program.
It is. So it's relatively new in the last couple of years, and Proud stands for people recognizing our unique differences. Memorize that. And it is a program centered around allyship. So anybody can join, but it's centered around like LGBTQIA+. So learning to be a good friend and an ally. So we did receive a grant from Trillium to sponsor the development and then the enrollment of those programs. So we serve them in the community. Right now we're serving them in youth centers. And then through the school year, we also serve them throughout Lanark County in the school. So it's a 1-hour program for youth aged 9 to 14. Once a week, 1 hour a week, 7-week program. And it's really great. We've run 3 so far, and the feedback has been phenomenal.
Excellent, excellent. Well, tell me a little bit about yourself. How long have you been with Big Brothers Big Sisters?
So I'm relatively new. I started in 2023 as the mentoring coordinator, and then just this past April, I was promoted to the program manager. I did do a placement in 2012, and then left for a little while and came back. So
2012?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Don't remind me how long ago that was. So it's been a while. I've been in and out of the agency for the last several years. Yeah, just trying to gain my bearings of this new position and figure out what's needed and where we're headed.
It was a placement for what program?
High school.
For high school?
Yeah,
excellent.
A high school placement, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And did you go to college or university?
College. I took my social service worker.
Hey, me too.
Yeah.
Good for you. Algonquin?
No, Loyalist.
Loyalist?
Yeah.
Excellent. Good for you. Good for
Yeah.
you. That's a wonderful program.
Yeah.
It sort of gives you an opportunity to work, you can work with children, you can
Yeah.
work with seniors, people with disabilities, gerontology,
Yes.
all sorts of stuff. So
Yes.
that's what I liked about it. So
Yeah.
good for you. Good for you. And I have to say, you are Bud Fawcett's granddaughter.
I am.
He would be so proud of you. He was inducted into the Evergreen Avenue Hall of Fame on Sunday. You got up and spoke on the family's behalf. You did a
did.
wonderful job.
Thank you.
And then last night at the town council meeting, they are going to be changing the Harmony Center name over to his name.
Yes.
I believe it's going to be Bud Fawcett Memorial Activity Center.
The Bud Fawcett Memorial Seniors Activity Center.
Seniors Activity Center.
Yes.
Wonderful.
We're very honored.
Yes, he's a wonderful man. I've known them for
Yes.
most of my life. I babysat the girls. That's how I got to know them. So
Yes.
he would be very proud of you
Thank you so much.
for everything you've done to represent the family and everything you're doing for Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Thank you.
Once again, Connor Crane, you are the program manager for Big Brothers Big Sisters, and there's so much more going on than what we talked about today. So
Yes.
we'll have to have you come back and
Wonderful.
we'll talk more.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us.